this is why I said to you earlier that it reminds me of Arrested Development, because they have a billion characters, and that's one of the reasons why probably the series didn't catch on, because it's a comedy that has no laugh track, and it's just got too many people. So this is why you get the announcer to help you out, and
Mm-hmm.
then tell you what's going on with the different characters. And that show blows by. The 30-minute episodes, they don't feel long at all until, the terrible season on Netflix when it was just, why did we separate them? But anyway, different story.
Mr. F. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So are you gonna? Oh wait, you were doing something earlier. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna give some
This
narration
is
here?
so this was my feeling. Yeah, man. To for the people who can't keep track, I figure, what if the Arrested Development announcer ended up in Heat? So you see Tom Sizemore. He comes out and then they play a little music, do, 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 do. And it's like, Michael Chirito is a family man who commits high-end robberies. Though he's highly paid for his work, action is his reward. And it's like, for me, the action is the juice. You could make a great trailer with that.
Oh man. And then like just zoom into the banana stand behind him and just
There's always money in a banana stand. And then
and Fume K's just sitting there watching him.
yeah, totally, totally.
How
And
would
then
okay? How would the narrator break down Waingro becoming a serial killer?
it's because Waingro is a man who just came out of prison, and though he's a terrible sociopath who probably has multiple murders of prostitutes, he just wants to be everyone's friend. And you can see that because when he's in the car with
All right, slick.
Michael Chirito at the beginning, he's really trying to, hey, how you doing? How's it going? My name's Wayne Grow. Hey, I like to do crime and crime's fun and I just want to hang out with you. He's like, yeah, stop talking, slick. And that really hurts him. It really hurts him. And even in the diner after the heist, when he just basically shoots that guy because, yeah, you feeling froggy. I had to get it on. I had to get it on. He was making a move. And he's like, how's the pie?
Yeah.
He's just trying to be friends the whole time, So Wayne Grow is just a man. He calls everybody brother,
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be cool, but I'm pretty sure he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a Nazi. He's kind of coded as a Nazi, but he seems like the nicest person in the movie, which disturbs me.
You know what is scary about him? He's one of those really nice guys, but as soon as you step on his foot, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's you always have to be nice to this guy. Like if he's drinking all your beer in the fridge, just let him. If you know what I mean, if he stole your couch, that's his couch.
This is it.
Now, you just
This is it.
he'll keep calling you brother. You just put up with it, but never annoy Waingro. But he's such a
Yeah.
dirtbag. You know what I love is, listen, De Niro is a killer in this movie.
Yeah. He's a
Michael
sociopath.
is a killer. Chris is a killer. They're all
Mhm.
killers. And
For all
Chris
killers.
opens fire on the police in broad daylight, shooting at civilians. They don't care. They do not
They
care.
really don't.
But
They really don't.
the
They're bad
smart
people.
addition of this movie is adding a Waingro because
Right.
and adding a Van Zant. Because
Mhm.
once you add them, Van Zant's a slimy businessman who tries to kill him. He's dishonest, trying to go dishonest on the thieves. And then you have Waingro, who is a murderer. He like shoots those guards, murders those
Yep.
prostitutes,
A lot of
snitches
prostitutes.
snitches on people. He's just a
Mhm.
bad
Mhm.
man.
Hmm.
By adding that element, you kind of think to yourself, man, I hate Waingro. But you don't.
Yeah.
But then you don't think like, hey, Val Kilmer's a villain. You just like these guys. You like Sizemore. You like De Niro. But they're murderers. But by
They
adding,
really are.
so they're murderers, but they're not serial killers. Like I feel like there's levels to this game.
What's the definition of a serial killer? Somebody who murders multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
These cats definitely have murdered multiple people.
Yeah.
They would be serial killers, except for the fact that they actually steal stuff. So, so in the commission of their serial killing, they're also robbers, and they have families, and they like to eat at nice restaurants. And ooh, look at their incredible high-end suits.
Whoa. So they're classy killers, so you don't look at them as serial killers.
This they have committed murders up and down the United States.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no question. There's no question, man.
And just
You know.
cold-blooded about it too. They can murder all these people, then go out for a family dinner that you've never seen ever in your life, where everyone's very happy and exchanging stories, and the pasta's great, and the wine's flowing, and everyone seems to be having a great time.
100%, man. Neil McDonough, you see him on the train, and as he's coming up the escalator, suddenly the narrator kicks in. Neil McDonough is a master thief with underworld connections, a loner who has nothing he can't leave behind in 30 seconds if he feels the heat around the corner. He dabbles in mechanical engineering and art students.
And he has a fern.
That's right.
Oh wait, that's a
You should.
professional. Another Natalie Portman R-rated messed up performance when she was a child.
Yo, just, yeah. Natalie Portman as confused adolescent trying to figure out why the adults around her are so violent. She really had that niche for a little while, man.
You know, people kind of make fun of her performance in this movie because they're like, "Oh, where's my beret?" But this is a girl who, her dad's a deadbeat. Her mom
Yeah.
is her mom's. Listen, I know a lot of people do this, but her mom's always self-medicating. If you watch the scenes where she's at,
She's disaffected. In air quotes,
disaffected. She's a zombie.
to say the least.
And then you
Yeah,
have Pacino, Vincent, who likes her, who cares about her, and actually
he really
knows
does.
where she is and knows how she's feeling, but he's
Mhm,
never there because he's too busy trying to high five De Niro.
mhm.
And so you're a child, you have no group, you have no one around you. I'm sorry, man, you're gonna act out. So I mean, a girl
That's
looking
it.
like the berets, this guy, like her mom ignored her at first, and like
She
this,
really did.
yeah, and so I don't see anything wrong with this character, and the fact that she lashes out with the suicide, and she does it at Vincent's place because she knows that he's the one probably reliable human being in her life.
Absolutely.
It's I like it, and I think it adds, like you said, that he's a Marine by adding that daughter character in it. So De Niro, I keep calling it De Niro, but he's just De Niro in this movie, man. I think
Yeah,
Pacino is more Vincent than De Niro is more Neil, if that
well
makes
because
sense.
it's well because the whole concept even of sociopathic Neil, that's not something that the world usually puts on us.
Hmm.
Dudes named Neil are usually cool. Neil Patrick Harris, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Gary Neal, NBA player. These are
Yeah,
good people.
Sam Neill.
So yeah, Sam, is it Neil or Nell?
Close enough.
Anyway,
Everyone's been
yeah,
saying
yeah,
Neil forever.
yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, while
And it's not
while
close enough. I realize that, but
while Pacino actually becomes Vincent Hanna because he adds the this guy's actually on coke and you didn't know it.
hmm.
Neil McDonald, he's
Wait,
just saying you over here.
wait. Neil McDonough is an actual actor.
Yes,
I
yes, he
like
is.
him, and he plays villains in a lot of movies. Oh wait,
He he got assimilated
Neil
by the Borg in
Macaulay.
Star
Okay,
Trek.
yeah, Neil McDonough. Like whenever he's
I
a
think,
villain, I like him. Remember him in
yeah,
Walking Tall, Norbert? He gave Dwayne Johnson like all he could give,
he
and
gave him the work.
and
He
now
gave him that
Dwayne
business.
Johnson's throwing around 300 people like beach balls in movies.
This
Like
is
I love the
well,
progression of
well,
his career.
Dwayne Johnson is larger than a car at this point, though. He wasn't even that big in Walking Tall as he is now. Somehow, the older he gets, the more massive and just the veiny he gets. But
Neil
what you were saying
McDonough
about the
took him to the limit. Oh, with the daughter. Okay, so
yeah,
with
I was gonna
Pacino,
say
he stuck in there. He went to the hospital.
yeah,
But
right.
when De Niro had to leave, he just ducked out on Amy Brenneman. Amy Brenneman, like he's like, "Oh, peace,
That's totally
I'm
right.
Edie." Like
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
"I'm out."
Well,
So
there's a theme, that goes with the discipline. It's the discipline. There's a theme. That theme that people follow their code, they follow their discipline, and that some of them maybe their lives would have come out better if people were just paying attention to them instead of always trying to take advantage of them.
mhm.
You got the little girl, the daughter. Her father, is a piece of crap. Mom doesn't care. You got the brother who plays the wheelman, Dennis Haysbert. He's getting taken advantage of. Harold from Harold and Maude. He's grown up to be a terrible human being that runs the diner. You know, if you
Clean the
kick up.
dishes. I take all 25% of your stuff.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine working at a diner? You're getting minimum wage. And then this guy's like, I'm taking 25% of your minimum wage.
I'm going back to
And you're
crime,
gonna
Norbert.
why you think he said right now I need a decision. He was like, yeah, sure. Absolutely. There's nothing keeping him on the straight and narrow path because people are just cruel and mean. And Val Kilmer, yeah, the sun rises and sets with her, man. You know, she does. She does. But on the other hand, man, I had to go to Vegas and blow all of our crime money on gambling.
And when she tries to talk to him, he gets mad and throws stuff against walls. And,
walk out that door right now. Give me the bank account. Put the keys on the table. And get out. It's like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah,
fall back.
She's my everything. I hate you.
Yeah.
We lost our money in Vegas. How dare you? And then De Niro rolls up on her too. I mean, Neil rolls up on her in the hotel room and like kind of corners her, hits the hangers a little bit, like, yo, you are currently married to a sociopathic murderer who opens fire in public, loses all your money in Vegas and gambling, but you need to give him another chance.
Because I need him to do crime for me.
So he threatens her. Yeah, he's like, I need his head straight. So just give him a few more days.
Exactly. It's totally unspoken. He absolutely is just using her to keep him in check just for a little bit longer. Because if the discipline is know how to leave anything in 30 seconds when you feel the heat coming around the corner, that includes him, that includes her, that includes everybody. You know, no one is above the discipline. It's the discipline. No one is above it. You know, I will set you up on my own anywhere you want. Dominic will go with you, and my word counts. But right now, you will give him the chance. That's not cool. She's in a potentially abusive relationship, bro.
Yeah, and he's already violent in their home.
Absolutely.
And
there's $12 million on the line, so you will give him the chance. Clean up. Go home. Clean up. Get out of here over there.
He's such a scuzzbucket in this movie, and you know what's interesting too? Age puts a lot of perspective on this because when I was younger watching him, I was like, oh man, De Niro, dude.
That's
like,
awesome.
De Niro,
Yeah.
Look at that goatee. Look at that goatee on that. Oh man, look at that hair. And it's just, this guy's awesome. This dude has a code. He walks away. But I watch it now, I'm like, this dude's a scuzzbucket. And it's terrible. I kind of love it. And I've really gravitated towards Pacino later on in life watching this.
Definitely.
And I loved it. So quick question, Norbert. A genie comes down to you and says, hey, Norbert, knows your name. And he goes, you can have coffee with one Pacino or one De Niro character. Which one would you pick of their entire filmography?
Okay, if I'm going to have coffee with one Pacino character out of the entire filmography, I'm going with Satan from The Devil's Advocate.
You'd have a party.
because I know that when the end does come for me, it's going to be bad. But, you know, we're all going to die anyway. And he seems like a really cool guy as long as you didn't piss him off, you know?
I mean, he gives you a penthouse. You do his work.
Yeah. Penthouse, like demon vampire chicks that you get to do stuff with, you know? You're living, you got a Central Park view. I mean, that's a lot of money, bro. Central Park.
All right, that's perfect. What De Niro character?
And if I was to be with De Niro, I would be De Niro. I would hang with De Niro in Jackie Brown because we would just get high all day
and just lay on the couch.
Just get high all day, lay on the couch. I play some Sega. He's like, that was a good combo, Norbert. That was a good 5-hit combo. When I'm playing Street Fighter with De Niro, we're just smoking weed. You know, that was a good move, Norbert. That was a good move. You know, I would have tried that too. You know, next time maybe you should press X a little faster over there.
Oh man!
Hey, pass me that bong, would you? Why don't you?
Oh, that'd be amazing. I would take.
Beautiful.
The first thing that comes to my head, I'm just gonna go with it, is De Niro's character from Bronx Tale. Because imagine the advice he could drop on you. Like, you wouldn't be able to talk, right? And he would get your coffee and just put it down in front of you.
Right in front of you.
But I feel like all the advice that he gives you would be pretty good advice.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Like that was a tough. The Bronx. What was it? The Bronx in the 50s or the 60s when they were kids.
Yeah, it had to have been the 50s because I don't think it was the 60s yet. It felt very like doo-wop, right? Like kind of like.
Yeah. Not a good place.
Yeah. I would just ride around on a bus with him, and if I had to do a Pacino character, I would do his character from Jack and Jill. I'd go drink some Dunkachinos.
Oh no. Too obnoxious. I'd end up punching him in the face. You know,
You know what I love?
I would end up.
Adam
What do you?
Sandler
I love
convinced
you.
Al Pacino